So thank you for joining us halfway through WrestleMania. Daytime has turned to evening. We've had 7 incredible matches, 7 still to go. And what a performance we just witnessed. Pure Fusion Collective are your new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, with Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark turning in a display of relentless intensity, and Sonya Deville shifting seamlessly into her managerial role. The trio laid down a clear message. They're not just surviving the WWE reset, they are thriving in it. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven fought hard, but tonight belonged to Baszler and Stark. But now we shift gears and stakes as we step into another match where championships will be decided, this time the men's tag team titles. First to the ring, you can see them entering now. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits. Let's talk about legacy. These two took the tag division by storm the moment they hit the main roster. Multiple-time champions, undeniable crowd favorites, and maybe the most charismatic duo since the golden age of tag team wrestling. Ford brings the flair, speed, agility, charisma off the charts. Dawkins is the powerhouse, a no-nonsense brawler who's held this team together when the spotlight burned too hot. But now the rules have changed. The Rock and the TKO board didn't just reset the titles, they reset the order. You've got to earn it all over again. Nothing given, everything proved, and Ford and Dawkins know it. But they're not the only ones with history to rewrite. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins look like they are fired up and ready to go. They've got their old mojo back. That brief, super aggressive turn possibly behind them. We'll see. But here come their opponents. 2 men who have defined tag team innovation in their own right, but have now embraced something darker, more cutthroat. Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, the New Day. And you can hear the crowd's reaction. They are not happy with the New Day, but there's a good reason for that. Folks, this is not the New Day that threw pancakes. This is not the New Day that sang and danced to trombone solos. This is a version reborn out of resentment. You all know the story. They turned on Big E, and not for some cheap swerve. No, they cut him loose because in their eyes, he went soft. Compassion became weakness. Brotherhood became a liability. And now, Woods and Kofi are cold, strategic, unflinching. They're not playing games anymore, and tonight they're out to capture tag team gold and a system they plan to dominate with calculation, not celebration. This match about to start. 2 incredible tag teams at the top of their game. A fitting WrestleMania tag team title match, and here we go. You can feel it from the opening bell. This isn't just about the belts. This is about identity, legacy, and relevance. Now, the WWE powers that be are trying out a regular tag team match as opposed to the traditional tornado tag that tends to speed these matches up a bit. We'll see if they regret that if this match turns into a marathon that goes over 20 minutes. The Street Profits come into this match with something to prove. The WWE reset wiped their accolades clean, and that's a hard pill to swallow when you are once the most dynamic team in the industry. You get the sense that Ford especially has felt this reset in his bones. He's always been viewed as a future breakout star, maybe even a future singles champion, but tonight he's locked in. He wants tag gold again, he wants respect, he wants vindication. And Dawkins, always the backbone, always the stabilizer. He's been with Montez since day one, and you better believe that behind the scenes, he's the one keeping this machine going. Dawkins has turned himself into one of the most dependable tag wrestlers in WWE. But again, the slate got wiped, and now he's here to earn every ounce of that respect all over again. On the other side, the New Day is just chilling, emotionally detached, physically methodical. They've become tag team tacticians. Kofi's not high-flying like he used to be. He's more grounded and deliberate. Woods, he's become a surgeon in that ring. It's cerebral, almost eerie. You can't help but think about their path. Once the most beloved trio in WWE history. Here's a pinfall attempt. Xavier Woods going for the pin, but no. Montez Ford able to kick out. Of course, Kofi's rise to WWE champion at WrestleMania 35 felt like a dream come true for so many fans. Woods with his iconic King of the Ring win. He was always seen as the fun-loving heart of the New Day, but something fundamentally broke in both of them. Maybe it was the pressure. Maybe it was the sense that no matter how good they were always second fiddle when the stakes got real. Cutting Big E loose wasn't just a storyline, it was a statement. They're done being sentimental. They're here to win. And as this match unfolds, the tone is clearly grueling. Long stretches of psychological warfare. The New Day going to work right now on Angelo Dawkins. Tag, rope strategy, corner isolations, frustration building. The Street Profits are trying to keep the energy up, but the New Day keeps slowing it down. Now let's talk about the broader implications. This entire WrestleMania card has been redefining what WWE looks like. We've seen Alba Fire, Raquel Rodriguez, Bronson Reed, and Dirty Dominic Mysterio all punch tickets into future title tournaments. We've watched a new class of managers emerge, with names like Kat Majuli and Eric Olson scouting and shaping the next generation. Tournaments are forming for the Women's Intercontinental title, the United States Championship. Every single title will have some sort of tournament or qualifying matches. And tonight, we're obviously crowning new world champions. Everything is in flux, and in this tag match, we do feel that sense of urgency. Like both teams know this isn't just about the belts. It's about grabbing control in an unstable world. You wonder how teams like DIY or Imperium or even Pretty Deadly, you wonder if they're backstage watching this. If the Profits win, does that reignite the fun, fast-paced tag division we once knew? If the New Day wins, does this division become a colder, more methodical place? We're getting deeper into this match now. Fatigue starting to set in, but I have a feeling we've got a long way to go still as Xavier Woods and Montez Ford battle it out. The pace has slowed even just a little bit further. The New Day are forcing this to be a marathon, not a sprint. The Profits are starting to show signs of desperation, you could say. There was a nice little counter from Montez Ford, but Xavier Woods punches right back. They're just exchanging blows now. A great move from Xavier Woods. And you can see it in Montez Ford's eyes. He's waiting for one moment to change it all. He's explosive, but explosive doesn't always win long wars. And at one point, it seemed as though Angelo Dawkins looked like he was ready to go on a tear, but something shifted. Montez Ford now doing pretty decently, although Kofi Kingston with a nice little counter and throws Montez Ford over the top rope to the floor below. And now he's going after Angelo Dawkins. Nice move there by Kofi. Now Ford back trying to take a swing at Kofi, but he misses. Back into the ring. And now Montez Ford in control. This match continuing on. The New Day doing everything they can to cut off the Street Profits from any prolonged period of offense, trying to bait them into mistakes. This match continues on. You can tell that these four men are going to give everything they have, and we might be here for quite a while, folks. And because of that, we are going to fast forward here, cut a little bit of in the middle of the match out, and get closer to the end of this incredible match between these two top-tier tag teams. We won't do this again in the future, because from now on, I think we're going to stick to tornado tag matches so they don't take a half hour each. But now, let's move on to further in the match. And we are back with you. This marathon match continues. It has just gone on and on and on. All four of these superstars competing in this match, just putting everything on the line. Both teams want to walk away as your inaugural WWE Men's Tag Team Champions in this reset WWE Universe. The New Day, the Street Profits, two teams with incredible tag team pedigrees and history, battling it out for the right to be the first tag team champions of this new era. And right now, Angelo Dawkins getting back into the ring. Xavier Woods delivering some blows. Oh, and Angelo Dawkins has just been cut open. He is bleeding now. And who can blame him after such an intense, grueling match with all four men just absolutely dripping in sweat after such a long match. Xavier Woods going to the top, doing a little bit of bounce on the top rope, and then an elbow drop from Xavier Woods. This could be it. Angelo Dawkins getting in there, and he breaks up the pin attempt. You could tell, even just that, even though he jumps over the top rope to get back, that Montez Ford is absolutely exhausted. All four of these men are. This match has to end at some point soon out of just sheer exhaustion. At some point, the human body just cannot go on any longer. And Kofi Kingston just picking up Angelo Dawkins. You can see the labored effort. You can see how exhausted both men are. Kofi Kingston there getting a bit distracted by the referee, but now trying to send Angelo Dawkins to the corner. He does, tags in Woods, and now a little tag teamwork here. Xavier Woods acting as a launching pad for Kofi Kingston, and then a belly-to-belly suplex from Xavier Woods, and the Street Profits seem to be in trouble, but there's a reversal from Angelo Dawkins. Look how exhausted he is, just kind of in a daze. He's going to run right at Xavier Woods and connects with a big body splash, and that must have took every last ounce of energy that Angelo Dawkins had, but he is on a roll now. The Street Profits looking good all of a sudden. Can they topple the New Day in this battle of team giants? So look at this, Angelo Dawkins in his own corner, no tag. Montez Ford could have just tagged him on the shoulder and gotten in the match, but he is not. He looks just absolutely spent. Xavier Woods delivering some blows in the corner, and both men look absolutely just exhausted. Here's Xavier Woods going for a pin. 1, 2, and 3. The New Day have won. Right there, right next to Montez Ford, who didn't even move to try to break up the pin. He saw it. He was standing in the corner, but he couldn't make the save. One might wonder why, and I'd say because he is absolutely spent, absolutely gassed, physically and mentally. All four of these men were in this war for nearly half an hour, and they had nothing left. You could see the pain in Montez Ford's face, not from an injury, but from this loss, the heartbreak. The New Day wins, not by dominance, but by outlasting, by exploiting the exhaustion and becoming exactly the team they swore they'd never be, putting winning over anything else. Well, folks, it is official. The New Day are your new WWE Men's Tag Team Champions, but not as we knew them. Not with celebration or joy, no pancakes, no trombones, just victory, cold, efficient, ruthless. And the Street Profits there left asking questions. Montez Ford looked like he didn't even know what happened. Dawkins flattened. It's hard not to wonder, was this just exhaustion, or is there some sort of a rift brewing? A future pivot? The tag division crown has shifted to the New Day. And there's still more chaos to come tonight. We've got world titles on the line. We've got tournaments being seeded, or at least spots in those tournaments being awarded. We've got managers backstage making plays. The WWE reset isn't just a branding decision. It's a fundamental rewrite of what this company is. And tonight, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston just wrote a new chapter in it. Wrestlemania continues, and everything that comes next is legacy defining. Look at this. Xavier Woods breaking out the trombone just to kind of taunt the crowd, acting as though it's the same New Day when we all know it's not. But the New Day are your tag team champions here in this new WWE. We still will wonder what happened to the New Day. But now it's time to move to our next match of the night. And what a ride that last one was. We just witnessed an emotional and strategic war in the tag division and a major title win by the New Day, now fully rebranded as Cold Tactical Ring Generals. They walked out with the WWE Men's Tag Team Championships after a grueling match against the Street Profits that we had to cut down due to time constraints. That wasn't a fireworks and trombones kind of win, even though Xavier Woods did break out the trombone to kind of taunt the fans here at Wrestlemania. That was a calculated, slow-burning dominance. In the most shocking moment, Montez Ford, exhausted and spent, unable or perhaps unwilling to break up the pin on Angelo Dawkins. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods are now tag team champions again, but not as we remember them. They're colder, sharper, and deadlier than ever. The division has officially been put on notice, and now we move from one crown jewel to another as it's time to decide the WWE Women's United States Champion, the first one of this new era. 6 competitors, 1 ring, 1 shot at history. This Women's United States Championship Battle Royal represents something brand new, a fresh belt, a fresh standard, and 6 women from completely different chapters of the WWE story, all vying for a chance to write their name into history as the inaugural champion of this wrestling real era, as The Rock is calling it. We've got veterans, up-and-comers, fan favorites, and newly minted villains in this one. And with Battle Royals, there are no pinfalls or submissions. You go over the top rope, both feet hit the floor, and you're out. Let's meet the 6 women who will fight for gold tonight. You already saw Ivy Nile come down to the ring. Representing the American-made stable, Ivy Nile. She is one of the most physically disciplined athletes we've seen come out of NXT in the last few years. She's got the MMA background, she's got cardio for days, and she's one of the few women who can manhandle competitors her size or bigger. Ivy's been biding her time, waiting for the main roster reset to give her a new lane, and now she's ready to run right through it. She's quiet, controlled, dangerous, and tonight might be her breakout. The second competitor we saw was Natalya, a living, breathing blueprint of WWE tradition. You can never count Natalya out. She's held gold before, been in WrestleMania moments, and trained some of the locker room's current elite. She's fought through eras, the Divas era, Women's Evolution, and now the Reset era. This could be her final climb to major gold, and she knows it. Now Dakota Kai entering the ring. The eerie hum of her entrance, here comes the Chaos Catalyst herself, Dakota Kai. Unpredictable, mercurial, ruthless. Kai's bounce between roles, underdog, destroyer, tag specialist, and now she's eyeing singles gold on a whole new stage. Damage Control might be loosening its grip as a faction, but Kai is doubling down on proving she can stand tall on her own. And now, next up, we've got Zelina Vega, one of the most technically sharp and creatively resourceful competitors in all of WWE. Don't let the size fool you. Vega is all fire, fight, and finesse. She's a former Queen of the Ring, former tag champion, and now chasing that solo spotlight again. She's fast, she's clever, she's dangerous, and she's earned every second of this spotlight. As you can see, Zelina Vega getting applause from the crowd. She may be short in stature, but it's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog, as they say. And next up, we've got Lyra Valkyria. And oh wow, this is breaking right now, folks. We're being told that Lyra Valkyria has officially signed with manager Eric Olson. That's right, just hours after Kat Majuli's first client Raquel Rodriguez picked up a huge win earlier tonight, Olson strikes back. Lyra is a force of nature, a former NXT Women's Champion, a hybrid of high-impact aerial offense and methodical striking. She's poised for a breakout on the main roster, and now she's got major backing. This could be the match that Lyra Valkyria has been waiting for. And her new manager, Eric Olson, who can't be at ringside because this is a Battle Royal, will be watching from the back. He's, of course, got high hopes for Lyra Valkyria, and she is quite capable of reaching every single one of them, including potentially being the first Women's United States Champion in this reset of the WWE Universe. And the last one to enter, listen to that crowd response, it is Naomi. But this isn't the dancing, glowing Naomi of old. This Naomi is sharper, angrier, and even more dangerous. Ever since her shocking betrayal of Jade Cargill in the previous WWE Universe, she's walked a darker path, teaming up with Bianca Belair just by not letting her know what she did to team up with Bianca Belair. She's been flipping alliances and refusing to play by the fans' rules. Now that she's on her own and she's not just trying to win, she's trying to make a point. And that point is she's tired of being overlooked. She's tired of playing in the background. She is ready for her WrestleMania moment. She's ready to become the Women's United States Champion here tonight. We'll see if she is able to do just that. And here we go. This match is already off to a high-flying start. Starting fast and furious, and it's clear early on that this isn't just about athleticism. It is about survival. With 6 competitors in a match like this, alliances are fragile. Natalia's experience lets her avoid danger early. Ivy Niles' conditioning is keeping her upright longer than some expected. At the center of the storm, the woman dictating pace is probably Naomi. She is taking the fight to Zelina Vega right now. You can feel that edge she's brought in recent months. Since turning heel and walking out on the crowd, she's become more focused, more deliberate. The way she watches the ring, you can tell she's 10 steps ahead. Meanwhile, let's reflect on the night so far. WrestleMania has crowned new champions across the board. The New Day are your new men's tag team champions. Pure Fusion Collective are your women's tag team champions. And one of these 6 women will become the next champion crowned tonight at WrestleMania. Of course, the new managers have been making power plays. Kat Majuli's stable is growing with Raquel Rodriguez, scoring a big win earlier tonight. And now Eric Olson's got Lyra Valkyria in the fold. It's not just titles being reshaped, it's influence. These managers are becoming gatekeepers to opportunity. With Zelina Vega in trouble, Naomi also in trouble, but both able to stay alive. You have to think that more managers will appear soon in the WWE. Who's next? Will someone sign Trick Williams? Would a big-name free agent like Mustafa Ali or even an outsider like Nick Nemeth be circling? Of course, they've both got WWE experience, and here's Ivy Nile in trouble. And yes, Ivy Nile has been eliminated by Natalya. We are down to 5, and now Dakota Kai in trouble. Naomi working on eliminating Dakota Kai. Can she do it? Yes, she has. Dakota Kai has been eliminated. We are now down to 4, just like that. This match moving right along, and some teamwork between Naomi and Lyra Valkyria. That's interesting. Of course, the key to winning a Battle Royal or a Royal Rumble is to make quick alliances, but ready for those quick alliances to dissolve at any moment. And Naomi working on Natalya, while Lyra Valkyria and Zelina Vega go at it. We've also tonight seen talent like Bronson Reed and Dirty Dominic Mysterio earn spots in tournaments next month. And essentially, that's what this match is about too, opportunity. This match, of course, is for a title. The winner of this match isn't just holding a belt. She's going to be the blueprint for what this championship will mean. You also wonder what's next for Jade Cargill. She's not in this match, but we might see her later on. She's too big a star to sit out for very long. And despite what happens with her the rest of the night, could she come after Naomi, seeking more revenge for that brutal betrayal? There's always scores to settle in the WWE, no matter how long ago the betrayals were. And now Zelina Vega in trouble. Lyra Valkyria looking to eliminate her. That would be the third elimination. She's over the top rope. Now Valkyria looking to kick her out. But no, Zelina Vega able to stay in the match. And we still have 4 superstars remaining. Oh, just like that, Valkyria's got her over the top rope again. But Natalya chooses to save Zelina Vega for some reason, going after Lyra Valkyria. What about Tatum Paxley, who's been on fire in NXT? She had a great effort. Stand and Deliver, as did Sol Ruka. They didn't win their matches. They look very impressive in them nonetheless. Both young talent, both signed to either Eric Olsen or Kat Majuli already. And they may not be in tonight's match here, but they are up and coming. Of course, the NXT superstars do have the option of being promoted to the main roster. Oh, there goes Zelina Vega, eliminated by Naomi. So we are just down to 3 superstars now. But NXT superstars are able to get promoted to the main roster, and main roster superstars are able to get demoted to NXT. So that's something to keep an eye on as well. Now Natalya in trouble. Naomi working on yet another elimination. She's got her over the top rope. Can she kick her to the floor? She's so very close, but no, Natalya is able to fight her way back into the ring. And the crowd is roaring. We're down to just 3. There goes Naomi looking in trouble, but no, Lyra Valkyria actually saves Naomi and hits a finisher on Natalya. And now Naomi looking to eliminate Natalya after Lyra Valkyria hit that finisher, and she does. We are down to just 2. Olsen, you have to think, is watching from backstage. His newest signee, Lyra Valkyria, holding her own. But Naomi is stalking and in control of this match. She's conserving energy. She's waiting for the right moment. It looks like she might be about to hit a finishing move on Lyra Valkyria. And it's into a submission hold. That won't help Naomi, but it will weaken Lyra Valkyria. She can't win by submission, but she can weaken Lyra Valkyria to the point where she is unable to fight her way back into the ring. Here's another attempt from Naomi. This could be it. Yes, and Naomi has just won it. A sudden shift. Naomi flips Valkyria over the top with shocking precision and force. Naomi wins it. Lyra Valkyria gave it everything. Represented Eric Olsen's new vision with pride. But tonight, the last woman standing, the first ever WWE Women's United States Champion in this new WWE Universe is Naomi. And she definitely did it her way. Cold, calculated, and dominant. This isn't a glow-up. This is a takeover. Now every woman in that locker room, from NXT to Raw to SmackDown, they know who's holding the power in the United States title division. Congratulations to Naomi, and welcome to her new role as a champion here in the WWE. Big moments, big WrestleMania moments for Naomi, your United States champion in the WWE in the women's division. Now on to our next match. And before we get to our next thrilling contest, let's take a moment to recap what just went down in the Women's United States Championship Battle Royal. Naomi has walked away with the win, and what a victory that was. With a darker, more focused demeanor, Naomi outlasted 5 other women to become the inaugural WWE Women's United States Champion in this new WWE era. The biggest shock of the match was her eliminating Lyra Valkyria at the end to claim the title, showing just how far Naomi's transformation has come. No more dancing, no more smiles. That was a cold, calculating competitor we have on our hands. And that win sets the stage for a future filled with anticipation for whoever dares challenge her. And now let's shift gears to the men's side of the equation. The United States Championship on the men's side is on the line tonight in a massive 8-man battle royal, and the stakes couldn't be higher. With WrestleMania still buzzing from tonight's earlier results, this is another one of those high-stakes matches that will define this new era of WWE. Let's meet the 8 men vying for this championship. 8 men, 1 ring, and a shot at history. The winner of this contest will walk out as the men's United States champion, and tonight's battle royal could change the entire landscape of the WWE universe. With so many different styles in the mix, this could go in any direction. We have veterans, rising stars, and newcomers all in the ring together. And with the reset of the WWE Universe under the new direction of TKO and The Rock, tonight marks the true beginning of a new era. The implications of this match stretch far beyond just the championship at hand. First out was Karrion Kross, the man who's been sending chills down WWE's spine for months. Karrion Kross brings an intensity to the ring unlike any other. He's a master of psychological warfare, an undeniable force of nature. While he's never captured a world title yet, Kross has had his fair share of rivalries and big match moments. His devastating combination of power and mind games makes him a dangerous threat in this match. Watch him closely. Kross may be quiet, but when he explodes, it's a storm. Next, we have a man with an incredibly dark presence, Aleister Black. In breaking news out of the back, we've just received confirmation that Aleister Black has also signed with Eric Olsen. That's right, Olsen's faction is growing rapidly, and now the Dutch Destroyer himself is part of that movement, joining Lexis King, Sol Ruca, and Lyra Valkyria as his newest proteges. This is a game-changing move for Olsen's faction. Of course, Aleister Black just recently came back to the WWE. He's an enigma, possessing one of the most unique and devastating skill sets in WWE history. His striking game, mixed with his uncanny ability to tap into the darkest elements of his psyche, makes him a favorite in any match he's in. The WWE Universe here at WrestleMania going absolutely crazy for Aleister Black, and what a formidable new addition to Eric Olsen's faction. Can he take home the United States title? We will find out in mere moments as Black is in the ring and ready to compete. And the next man in this match, here comes Jacob Fatu, one of the most dominant men in all of professional wrestling today. A powerhouse from the Samoan dynasty, has had an incredible run in MLW, but now he is of course here in WWE as part of the new bloodline. Of course, the big question surrounding Fatu is his relationship with Solo Sikoa, who, as we saw earlier tonight, had a tough loss to Bronson Reed. Rumors have been swirling for some time about some underlying tension between the two, especially with Solo's role in the newer iteration of the Bloodline. Fatu might be a loose cannon tonight, especially if that friction comes into play somehow. Fatu making his way down to the ring, but first taking a moment to soak in this WrestleMania environment. What a match this will be. 8 of the top superstars in professional wrestling today. And this is just for the United States title. We haven't even gotten to the Intercontinental or World Championship title just yet. Remember, there is now only one World Championship in both the men's and women's division now. No more split World Championships. One World Championship, one Intercontinental Championship, and one United States Championship. We've already decided the Women's United States Championship with Naomi taking that title home. We are about to decide the Men's United States Championship in this match right here. The next man coming to participate in this match is a man who doesn't just wrestle, he defies wrestling. The masked sensation from Mexico, Penta El Zero Miedo, or as he goes by in WWE, just Penta. The story of Penta is one of legend. Former tag team champion, known for his brutal, high-flying offense. His partnership, of course, with his brother Ray Phoenix saw them rise to some of the top levels of tag team wrestling. But Penta is a man who embraces chaos, and in a battle royal like this, chaos could be his best friend. It's just half of the combatants down to the ring now. It's incredible the amount of talent we have just at the ring right now. We still have 4 more superstars who will be making their way to compete in this 8-man battle royal, with the winner taking home the United States Championship, getting the honor of being the inaugural United States Champion in this new era of WWE. Of course, The Rock made his comments at the beginning of Wrestlemania with a few digs at Paul Levesque, aka Triple H, who had been running WWE for quite some time pretty successfully. There seems to be some tension between those two. But the 5th man in this 8-man battle royal is now coming down to the ring. Here comes the king of strong style, Shinsuke Nakamura. His incredible blend of traditional Japanese strong style and charisma has made him a star around the world. Though he hasn't held the championship gold that he deserves in WWE, Nakamura has had some incredible moments, from his historic matchups with AJ Styles to his dominant performances in the Royal Rumble. If he brings that hard-hitting, unrelenting energy tonight, he could walk out as the United States Champion. The crowd, of course, no matter how dark Shinsuke gets, they love his entrance, and they still sing along to it whenever they can. Now, 5 of our competitors made it to the ring, 5 of the top names in professional wrestling, and they are all competing for the United States title. The 3rd ranking title in the WWE. Some of the top names in professional wrestling. Just think about that for a moment, and just think about the glut of talent that the WWE currently holds. And with that in mind, remember that The Rock has referenced several free agent signings that may be in the works, some possibly thanks to Eric Olsen and Kat Majuli, but we still have yet to hear exact names regarding those free agent signings. But the next man coming down to the ring, you know who it is, a fan favorite, LA Knight. Yeah, a man whose charisma is matched only by his talent inside the ring. And LA Knight doesn't just rely on his talk, he backs it up with his impressive in-ring work and fierce attitude. A former NXT North American champion, Knight has grown into one of the WWE's top stars. His confidence and arrogance are palpable, and if he can survive the chaos of a battle royal, there's no reason he couldn't walk out with that United States Championship. As the crowd responds to him as they always do, LA Knight, definitely a fan favorite in this match here tonight. He's defiant, he brings the aura, and the crowd loves him. LA Knight is the 6th competitor in this match. Now it's time for number 7. And next up, we've got Braun Breaker. The powerhouse, the 2nd-generation star, and one of the brightest prospects WWE has ever seen. course, Breakker recently aligned himself with Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman, a move that's raised a lot of eyebrows. Could be one of the strongest factions in this new WWE, rivaling anything that Eric Olsen or Kat Majuli could put together, especially if they add superstars down the line. Is this the right strategy for Bron Breakker, or will it come back to haunt him? He's always been a man on his own in the past, for the most part. Either way, he is absolutely a future world champion, and tonight he could add the United States Championship to his impressive list of accolades, which already includes an Intercontinental title reign in the previous WWE Universe. But with such a loaded roster, Bron Breakker is forced to make do for the United States title here tonight. At least that is the decision that Rock and the TKO Board of Directors have made, it appears. And we've got one more competitor for this 8-man Battle Royal. Last but certainly not least, here he comes, Damian Priest. The big man formerly of the Judgment Day, a powerhouse with an ever-growing resume, and being handed a news release. Just look this over. Yes, in breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, we can now report Damian Priest has signed with Kat Majuli. This makes Majuli's faction even stronger, with Raquel Rodriguez, Tatum Paxley, and Eddie Thorpe now joined by Damian Priest in the fold. It's clear that Majuli's influence is being felt, and she's looking to make a statement with Priest's presence here tonight. Expect him to bring the full weight of Majuli's stable with him here tonight. Damian Priest, of course, the former world champion already, and now he's got guidance from Kat Majuli. He has to be considered one of the favorites to win this 8-man Battle Royal. Of course, any of these superstars could take it home, but it absolutely looks like this could be the match of the night. This could steal the show, ladies and gentlemen. So as the bell rings, these 8 men immediately explode into action, but let's take a moment to break down the sheer significance of this match. The winner will not only become the WWE United States Champion, but will also secure their spot in the history books of this new era that The Rock and the TKO board have redefined tonight. This is more than just about a title. This is about legacy, and each of these men has a history that intertwines with the very fabric of WWE itself. Standing in one corner to begin the match anyway was Karrion Kross, a man who has been a silent storm in WWE. His journey through the company has been a roller coaster ride, and now with his eyes locked firmly on the United States Championship, Kross is not just looking for a title, he's looking to redefine his legacy. He's a master of psychological warfare, and it's not lost on anyone that the WWE Universe has always been his stage to create chaos. The man who once defeated the likes of Jeff Hardy and Drew McIntyre now aims to claim a championship that could cement his dominance. And of course, also in this match is Aleister Black, the enigmatic former NXT champion, is also here to stake his claim, but there's more to Black than meets the eye. His alignment with Eric Olsen has changed the dynamic of WWE, and if you're paying attention, there's an undeniable darkness in the air when he steps into the ring, or more appropriately, dives into the ring. Black is no stranger to high-caliber matches, and let's not forget his historic rivalries with the likes of Seth Rollins, Rey Mysterio, and Aleister Black's own enigmatic streak through WWE's dark side. And we've seen Jacob Fatu already eliminated. Very early elimination for Fatu. That's a very surprising development, as he was one of the favorites. All 8 of these superstars could be considered favorites. And now Aleister Black already in trouble, but he fights his way back into the ring. And now with Aleister Black's new alliance and a title on the line, will Black's eerie calm lead him to victory, or will the battle be too much for him, as it apparently was for Jacob Fatu? We'll talk a little bit about him, even though he's already out of the match. Fatu is a powerhouse who, let's face it, has pretty much dominated in nearly every promotion he's touched. Fatu's rise in the industry has been nothing short of meteoric, and with his powerful Samoan roots and signature moves like the Samoan drop, he's a force to be reckoned with, but apparently not tonight. And another participant in this match, we have the high-flying, fearless Penta, the luchador who made a name for himself by taking on every obstacle in his path. Penta is not just a wrestler, he's a phenomenon, a master of brutality and stunningly inventive offense. In a match like this with so many big men and bruisers, and you can see Braun Breaker has been eliminated as well. Early eliminations in this battle royal, absolute chaos so far. Back to Penta. In a match like this with so many big men and bruisers, Penta's agility, and there goes Penta. So just as we're talking about him, we have our third elimination. This match is moving quickly, folks. So many top stars. There's going to be a lot of eliminations faster than you think. And now on to Shinsuke Nakamura, the king of strong style. He is still in this match for now, as you see Karrion Kross narrowly avert the disaster there. Nakamura's striking ability is world-renowned, and his legacy includes time spent as a multiple-time champion in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Since his arrival in WWE, he's had some of the most brutal and exciting matches, taking on top-tier superstars like AJ Styles, Sami Zayn, and Randy Orton. Nakamura's greatest strength is his ability to adapt, his unpredictability. Can the King of Strong Style seize the moment and leave with the United States title, or will one of his opponents simply outlast him? And of course, there's LA Knight, who's made waves recently with his outspoken and arrogant demeanor, full of self-confidence. Nate has always had a target on his back, and he doesn't shy away from the spotlight. His previous encounters with stars like Seth Rollins. Oh, there goes. Is that LA Knight? It was. Another superstar who, just as we're talking about him, gets eliminated. You can see the disappointment on LA Knight's face. Now Shinsuke Nakamura in trouble. Aleister Black in trouble. Yes, Aleister Black has been eliminated. We are down to just 3 already. Karrion Kross, Damian Priest, and Shinsuke Nakamura. We should probably talk about Damian Priest while we can, the way this match is going. He comes in with a quiet confidence after a successful partnership with Kat Majuli being formed. Priest rise. Oh, there goes Shinsuke Nakamura. We're down to just Karrion Kross and Damian Priest this quickly. What speed to this match. And there, Karrion Kross just won the match, ladies and gentlemen. An incredible performance. No one would have imagined that this match would have moved this quickly. With so much talent in the ring, this was absolute chaos, but the winner in the end is Karrion Kross. What a victory for Karrion Kross, who has weathered the storm and eliminated some of the best talent in WWE to take home the United States Championship. As the dust settles and the ring cleared, Kross stands tall. He is your United States Champion. And the rumors swirling around him and his future in WWE will no doubt keep everyone talking, but for now, he is your United States Champion. This win is not just about tonight, it's about setting the tone for what's next. The era of Karrion Kross begins now, and the title picture just became a whole lot more interesting. With so much talent still in the fold and new superstars waiting in the wings, one thing is for sure, the United States Championship just found a new, dangerous owner in Karrion Kross, who doesn't mind having a target on his back. Now it is time for our next match of the night.